Greetings Samurai, FiOth here, and in this guide we're gonna go over how you can beat Magara Naotaka, the yokai boss that you find in the snow mission, the 7th boss in the game, and he's pretty strong. So I entered the battle without resting, my spells are mostly depleted and I have only 7 out of 8 elixirs, also using an axe that I'm not very accustomed with. But this guy gave me a run for my money. It was a very nice fight. What you have to understand is that he sports both the moveset and behavior of a humanoid. He's kinda like an Endra in that regard, but he's using a melee weapon, so frontal assaults will be rather dangerous. He swings hard, he can deal a lot of damage with a couple of hits, has a couple of attacks that have good range around him, so your best bet is going for the flank. Actually, you have to bait those lunges, the attacks where he jumps high in the air and he just slumps on the ground, keeping a comfortable distance, meaning you will be able to capitalize on them, but not being as close as to be hit by collateral damage. So you want to be using a weapon that's a bit faster than what I'm using probably, and you want to try to go behind him as often as possible. Now when he goes into the dark realm, as you can see here, he becomes even more aggressive. He gets his hand like out of the garb that he's giving it in, like Orin from Final Fantasy X. Very cool design, and you have to be careful because that arm that I mentioned in the Dark Realm makes him even more aggressive, and he can swing even harder and has longer hit chains. So as you can see here, I'm taking a beating. He's really challenging, he's really interesting. The strategy that I am talking about will be effective throughout the whole fight. You have to bait attacks, you have to get behind him, and you have to counter attack when it's relatively safe. I'm really not doing a good job here. I didn't get really serious until I was like on the back foot. He got me really close to death and I beat him within an inch of my life. Well, first time anyway, but it was pretty challenging. Yokai bosses are always more interesting than humanoids, but let's not get off track. Like, he will get you in the Dark Realm multiple times, and in there, as I said, he's even more dangerous. When he tries to use a hard-hitting attack, a per se unblockable Red Aura burst counterattack, always make an effort to counter it. It will be easy to counter with a Phantom Guardian Spirit, and it will be easy to counter with a Feral. I didn't really try, and I cannot talk about the other kind, the Brute. But by employing the strategies that I suggested, you will be able to take him out of commission eventually. You can also deplete his ki to do a finisher, as you saw here. Hope you found this useful. Sub, like, and share if you did. I will be covering everything in Neon 2. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers.